Hey y'all, whew. You have to excuse me. Between battling my seasonal allergies and sinus and lack of sleep, I can barely keep my eyes open. Anywho, by the good grace of my Heavenly Father, I'm here doing what I gotta do. Yes, your girl Danny. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, then thanks for returning. I'm a wife, mompreneur of now 3 beautiful kiddos, and PRN, social work medical discharge planner, and just overall a girl working to strengthen her relationship with the Most High Yall. So I just recently gave birth to my 3rd child, the first baby girl of the family, and I wanted to share my labor experience with you guys in hopes that my sharing could be of help to someone. I start off by saying my last 2 deliveries were both induced due to high blood pressure concerns, and both were delivered vaginally. Labor induction is a medical procedure used to start labor contractions when they have not begun naturally. It's typically recommended when there are medical reasons to deliver the baby sooner than expected. Both of my previous deliveries were both full-term and healthy. Now, this particular labor and delivery was not only naturally but quite different. I went 40 weeks and 3 days carrying. My water broke right after I completed my late morning walk. When my water broke, it went from a little trickling of fluids to like large uncontrollable amounts of fluids flowing down my legs within 30 to 45 minutes of the walk. My contractions then increased within 30 minutes of my water breaking. My spouse and I then arrived to the hospital. About 2 hours later, I was then 9 centimeters and had not received any pain medication. Within my cervical check, I then also had to have an emergency ultrasound, which that's when baby was found to have been in a breech-like position. She was not head down like she previously was, so she was now found to be in a turn position. I was then deemed to need an emergency C-section delivery. A cesarean section, also known as C-section, is a surgical procedure used to deliver a baby when vaginal birth is not possible or feasible. Now, let's discuss this recovery. This was my first surgery I have ever experienced within my life. Not only was my body tired from the labor, but my body took a double whammy with the C-section. For about a week and a half, it was very challenging and very difficult to just do things on my own. I know for the first maybe 2 days, 2 to 3 days actually after delivering the baby, I couldn't even really even lift the baby out of the bassinet. That was challenging as far as if I wanted to do any bending down or anything of that nature. It was just really impossible to do. It was, my body was just tired. So the recovery process just took some time, and I just still had to continue to push forward and not give up on myself. And just continue to pray for strength and just seek the Most High for, just continuing to, like I stated, push through and just not give up and, know that He wouldn't leave me, just weak as I was, and just know that everything happened for a reason. And I prayed, for His will to be done and just to have, a safe labor and delivery. And I'd still look at it on the positive side, as in me and baby did still come out okay. It may have not had went the way I absolutely planned, because I had planned to just I just thought that I would just have a vaginal delivery, I recover quickly, and continue on. But of course, things don't go as we planned. And you just pray for God's will to be done. So also, other than that, I was prescribed medication. I believe the medication was oxycodone, something to that nature. So I was prescribed that medication as well as ibuprofen. I believe it was 800 milligrams. So with me, the type of person I am, I try not to take hard prescriptions or, hard medications at all. So the Oxy I took only when necessarily needed, when it was really needed for me, when I was really like experiencing a lot of pain. But other than that, I will try to just stick with the ibuprofen. So yeah, that about sums up my video. Thanks for listening, and I hope this could be of help to someone.